There you go.
Oh, okay. Somebody else comes in. Thanks you.
Start. Okay, and then move to open session. 6 o'clock.
That's fine.
Looks like first order of business is to nominate the chair and vice chair. I'll just say, I will gladly give you.
I nominate Sarah Fay for vice chair.
Okay, with those, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, positions continue. Minutes, anyone see any issues with the minutes of the last?
No, I will motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, consent agenda, we'll review the additions, that way everyone following along can follow along. Let's see, we have an addition under E. Jeanette Rodriguez, what? I missed the notes, what position is that?
Second grade.
And then Richard Fielder, Monroe School or Middle School Athletic Director, half position. Janelle Edmonds, Middle School Athletic Director, half position. Mason Croson, High School Athletic Director. Assistant, High School Assistant Athletic Director. Thank you. Taking Bo's position away. And then we have a letter G, which is approve some surplus items for the grade school. Bills. Anything in the bills jump out to anyone?
No. Oh, I was gonna ask about that one.
So that would be July. You had a July question.
I think we pinpointed it down to being Chromebooks, but. Remember what I told you?
Yeah, July page 3.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that's the annual.
That's the Chromebook one?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And financial reports. Do you want to, I guess there isn't much to share, but if you want to kind of recap, looks like we're
Nothing right now. I mean, we're rolling into the new fiscal year. Right on track.
probably just billing like dates. There's a little dip on a few of these, but then the next month's up, so it's got to be just billing date
Are you looking
overlaps.
at the hour or?
Yeah,
I want to go back and look. I was looking at the Monroe Grade School main electricity bill is almost always the same as the Monroe High School gym and main together. Have you ever noticed that? And I don't know if it's for sure on both of these reports, but I want to go back historically and look. Has that always been like that? Have we never? Yeah, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
No, but anyways, I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, there's been a fair amount of changes at the grade school use, so you think that would fluctuate a bunch in the last few years.
Like actually with, yeah. Yeah, historically, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Approval of Monroe Teachers Associated Bargaining Agreement. So I think the main points, in this, Chris and I and the teachers group, we agreed to change the cells to where there's 3% between each one, so. Instead, before it was all over the board, I think we ranged from 1.8 or something to 7. So anyway, this first year is gonna be a fair impact, financially, but then from there going forward, I think. We standardize 3% every year if you get a COLA or if you get a step and. Anyway,
Also puts us more comparable to the districts in our area too, so we don't have that, full, this district could pay a little bit more, obviously, we're gonna be fairly competitive now with everybody.
Main thing we found is we were pretty decent on the initial, if you're hired first, second, third year, but by the time you got to the top of the scale, we were kind of lacking, so. Anyway.
2 years.
2 years, yep. Did you have anything you want to add on that? We have some letters of resignation. Lindsay Stripling, second grade teacher. And Casey Warden, girls basketball assistant coach. Sad to see anyone leave, but probably have reasons, I'm sure. Approval to hire Richard Fielder, K-8 principal. Olivia Ferrario, middle school science teacher, pending a science certificate. Pablo Torres, 9th through 12th Spanish teacher. Shelby Presley, grade 5. Tanya Caceres, executive secretary. And then Jeanette Rodriguez, second grade. Where's my supplemental here? Guess we already went over these. Richard Fielder, middle school athletic director, half position. Jeanette Edmonds, middle school athletic director, half position, and Mason Croson, assistant high school athletic director. And surplus items. This looks like all, what we got, just main desktops?
Desktop.
Yep. If anyone's looking for one, usually they have some pretty good life left in them, and we're taking bids, so.
What are you've got F here, student meal prices, I don't have anything stated.
These are from last year. I don't know what the new ones are. Sounds so. I doubt they're gonna be very much different. All of our kids eat for free, so this is just adult prices. And like extra milk, and if somebody wants a second lunch or a second entree, you do have to charge for that.
I will motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Did the bargaining agreement need a separate approval or not?
I don't see any communications, delegations and presentations. 23-24 English language learner state report. Release.
I'll sit here, but, did you pick up a copy? Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so, every year they produce a report and we are required to present it to the board. I think I did this before. And it's obviously it's a couple of years old. It's their data from 23-24. And we're meant to present it before September 1st. Although 2 days ago they said, oh, we've changed it, you can do it up till December 1st, but I'm ready to do it, so I'm just gonna do it. I was like, oh, okay, that's not such a rush. It's only been out like a week, so. But it's old data. However, I will give you some of our data that will make more sense. You've probably seen this, it's the like the old set report.
Thank you.
It's got some of our numbers on it over the years. So the state report really is just showing what the state of English learner education is in Oregon. And it also has a lot of rules and regs that we're meant to follow and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to really briefly go over some main points that, but I'm not going to open the report. I'll just tell you what's interesting in it, and then you can take it home and read through it. Okay, thank you. I'll make some notes here. So the terminology on the report, they have like current ELs. Those are the students that are in my program and need to learn more English, better English, and they haven't passed the state test, the ELPA test. So those are the current ELs. And then former ELs are those who have passed the state test. They could be monitored. They have 4 years after they pass that I need to keep track that they're passing math and English and not failing. And then forever ELs are actually all the kids that have ever been in EL at all. So there's lots of different numbers that the state compares to see how we're doing. Our school right now, the state has about 60% elementary ELs. We have 24% in our school and 16% in high school. So of our students are in the English learning program. There has been an increasing trend in ELs over the state, and we too have seen an increase. You can see by the numbers, like last year we were up to 59 kids, yeah, in the program, which was quite a lot. When I first came, we had like 15 or 20 little things. It's definitely grown. Right now, my printer didn't work very well, but right now we have 7 newcomers that came last year. Those kids have no English, and they were all in different grades. Kindergarten, first, second, third, you name it, one in high school, no English. So they have obviously a completely different program that they need to get started in every subject, science, math, you name it, they need help. So it was quite the 23-24 year was really a difficult year for all of us. Let's see. Spanish is our predominant home language for all our kids, actually. Over the state, obviously, the report will talk about all the different languages that they're dealing with, but we're lucky we just have Spanish, which works really well for us in translating materials and communicating with families. Then we have, the state has like 197 districts. Our district is part of a consortium because we have fewer than 80 students. We're allowed to put our funds together with a group in Lane community with Junction City, and then we pool our funds, and then we're able to provide resources and materials and things to help our schools, but this sort of pool, like programs, computer programs, whatever it is that we need. So that's another part that they talk about. Side, not necessarily. Special ed. So special ed kids tend to be overly represented in the EL community. We currently have 7 out of our 58 kids that are in SPAD. I don't know if it's an okay number, but it changes every year. Every year we'll get some kids will check out of it or not, but let's see. And then some of the other information that they that I think we did pretty good at is the academic outcomes. So they look at the percentage of English learners that pass the state testing as a comparison, as a percentage. And we had the state, our numbers are sort of mixed, but the state K8 was like 6.6%, whereas we had a 12.1% pass rate in our English language arts, which was higher than the state average, so that's good. Math, the state was a 7.6% / 2.3 because they did a K5 and 6.8. We had a less than 5%, so we're sort of in the middle there on our math. The other thing they talk about is the seal of biliteracy, which is something the state's pushing is for us our kids that speak 2 languages is to get certified in their their first language, so that then they get a certificate when they graduate that you're fluent in 2 languages. And we're working on that program, is getting the kids to take the test, and a lot of them a little bit, you know, reluctant to go and sit and take a Spanish test, but so we'll work on that one. Attendance rate, the report talks about attendance, and our attendance is actually really good compared to the state. We did have a few kids last year that, because we're small numbers, it only takes 1 or 2 to actually really not come into school much, that drops our percentage down, but I think overall our parents are very good at wanting their kids to come to school, so we're pretty good on that data. And our grad rate is excellent. All our kids have graduated, our EL kids. We haven't had any that haven't, which is above the state average, which is 70%. So we're really good on that for English learners. And it talks about the CTE classes and stuff like that, which I think we're pretty good at the high school, with getting the kids to do that. And then family outreach, making our kids feel they belong and the families belong. And again, Monroe's really good at that. We have a lot of families that work in the school, and then just in the community in general, we have like outreach activities that we do and connect with them and everything. So yeah, so that's the main part of the report. I have other information about our program, but last year we had to do, well, this year we have to do it, but I did it last year as a trial program, is to write our district EL plan, which is currently 76-page document listing everything that we do for our program, and all the state regulations that we are following and accountable for. So that got written last year, waiting for feedback from ODE on that. But that's a document that we're expected to follow in our English learner language educational teaching. Okay. What else did I have? That was mainly it. Yeah, that's our program right now. So
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Construction update, building inspection committee report.
The shop roof is done, both buildings, got new roof and new facade around the outside that looks nice. The concrete project in the back is almost done, just some cleanup to get that finished up. Trying to think of other things that we've been working on. Those are the 2 big ones. The kitchen is coming along. We're gonna put an epoxy floor down, which seemed to be the easiest / most cost effective way to deal with it. One thing we learned as we started to dig around in there is that all the stainless steel countertops, like the dishwasher and all those pieces, are not built into the wall, but they're not easily removable. And so where we thought we were going to be able to just have an open, clean floor, not going to happen. So we're going to have to work underneath and maybe make some modifications to that to get that part of it done. But supposed to be done here in a couple of weeks. So knock on wood, get it finished. Otherwise, I think just a lot of cleaning. I don't think we did anything big at the grade school that I can think of. We had some painting. So I am going to sign the state seismic grant agreement this week. It's $2.5 million to do this end of this building. The one thing that we're a little bit nervous about is that we don't have a big bucket of money sitting behind it, you know, in case it goes over. So we're going to be really careful and make sure that budget wise we're staying on top of. I'll have more for you down the road on that one.
Where are we at with the track? Did we make any sort of decision about?
No, we had the Binon rep come out last year and we walked around it. He didn't think it was in terrible shape.
Right.
About $30,000 was the bill to clean it, fill it, repaint it, all those kinds of things. Not a perfect fix, but at least a fix that makes it
They
more
were gonna
usable.
like put something under it, right, to bring it up, or?
Yep. No, that's a whole different set of problems that I don't think that anybody's financially ready to take on any of that
Okay.
at this point. So we felt like at least getting the surface usable we get his bike for a little while.
So I
No hard plan on that yet, though. It's hard, Dragon Pride.
like I say, I see Dragon Pride has a banner going out here. That's all we know. The inspection committee, you guys haven't had time to do. Okay. Move to administrative update. You probably have some stuff in your new role, don't you?
Sure.
Yeah, if not.
Summer learning's been happening this summer, and that was kind of a fast and furious grant application process that happened in May, and we haven't done that before, and I think it's gone really well. We have I think we have 34 kids signed up, and attendance kind of fluctuates. So for 5 weeks, basically in July, we piggybacked on to the Art in the Park program. So summer learning kids would do art in the park, get breakfast and lunch, and then we would snag them from 12:30 to 2:30. And we had Karen Humphreys and Olivia Ferrario and Taylor Reed each taught a different subject, and kids would rotate between, and the bus would come get them. And then last week we started our round 2 of it because Art in the Park's over, so we're going 8:30 to 12:30. And Jenna and Jeanette Rodriguez and Kayla Knighton are our 3 teachers, and they're running more of like a mini school day. And it's for kids going into 1st through 5th grade, so they're kind of broken up by grade band in that way, and they have PE in their day that teachers are getting together and leading, some math, some literacy. We're taking 3 field trips. We're gonna go to the Scandinavian Festival on Thursday, which will be fun, and we'll get to watch the opening ceremonies and check that out. Felt very accessible and free. And then we're gonna do the Eugene Science Center on Monday, and then Avery Park Thursday, and that's the program. And so we have some reporting we'll have to do, some data tracking and stuff like that. But it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I have no idea what this is gonna look like, and I think it's gone pretty well. It's nice to have our kids plugged in and to be able to feed them. Tammy has done our food service this summer, which is really fun. The kids are like, really, what are you doing back there? And Tammy and have like that. Art in the Park went really well. Kindergarten Jumpstart started today. 14 kids came, so yeah, it feels like stuff's been happening all summer long down there. So, it's good.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah, it's typical start of the year stuff. First day of camp week started today, so I think there's a younger volleyball camp going on in the mornings, and then the afternoon the high school's going, and then football kicks off tomorrow. Some early season stuff. First day of fall practices start Monday, so it's kind of always it feels like it's a time where like school and everything gets going. Registration day is coming up on the 20th, just to kind of bring some things in and we see some old faces. We did change a little bit of our structure of the school day, so not to throw too much out there, but we're trying to offer in the last period of the day. It's always been kind of an advisory study hall, but this year we're going to let kids kind of forecast and said they would be interested in some other things, kind of like more club-like activities. So 5 of our teachers said they would teach something, or 5 staff members, I guess. And then about 5 other ones said they would do like an advisory study hall. So kids will get to kind of pick what they're interested in, and it'll change every quarter. We have Mr. Molnax is doing an introductory sheet metal class, kind of with a project. Sports media class where it's all things sports related. Could even go into broadcasting and some branding. What else do we have? Gardening. We're gonna have a garden, an urban farming thing. Kind of a reading movie. We had a film studies class that kind of gained traction with some kids. It's kind of like reading film, political, kind of mixed in with social studies. And there's one more in there somewhere, but Oh, and then one teacher's doing a variation of things, our science teacher, our salmon bowl team won last year, the big salmon bowl, so she's gonna kind of turn that into a club thing and kind of do some science related stuff, so. Kind of a nice tweak, I think, that might keep kids engaged a little longer throughout the day and maybe, hope to increase some attendance is the idea. And then, new student orientation day is kind of a fun time. We always, suggest new students to us or any freshmen, they come in, meet their teachers, do a rotation of their classes, get their lockers, so they don't go to their own class on the first day, whatnot. So just kind of some basic back at it.
Excellent, thank you. Bill, anything you want to add?
I should so. It's a quiet choice.
Let's see, some old business, approved the 25-26 student handbooks. I know we reviewed those before this and made a few amendments, so.
Motion to approve the 25-26 student handbooks as amended.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. New business, OSBA Legislative Roadshow, regional meeting, October 23rd. Anyone's wanting to attend that, probably let Anya know, and got a couple meetings before. Did you get any public comment requests?
No.
Hey, I guess with that, we adjourn 6:27. Thank you everyone for coming.
Yes, thank you very much.
That's okay. Wait.